Currently, there is a move killing my golf swing at the moment, and I need to make sure that I can iron it out ready for my golf competitions, which are just around the corner. So what I'm going to do in this video is highlight exactly what the problem is and how I've gone about rectifying this. So should we get stuck in? Yeah, let's go. This is Nick Does Golf. Hey golfers, and welcome back to another video here on my channel, Nick Does Golf. It's great to have you here for this one. It's Euros week, we're just about to get started. I've got my England top on, I am ready and raring to go. I've got also my new JLab microphone, which is perfect for things like voiceovers, videos that I'm doing on my golf swing and technique, just all sorts of cool things. These are very, very good. All the reviews are perfect, and this is the first time that I'm trying it out. So I cannot wait to do loads more videos with it. So in today's video, I'm talking all about the current problem that I've got in my golf swing and why it is such an issue and how I'm going to go about rectifying it within a couple of practice sessions which I've done. So we're going to dive straight in and take a look. So in the last couple of rounds that I've played at my home course. I've also played at the Asprey, one of the videos that I've done previously. Make sure you go check that out. It is such a good golf course. I've been playing not too bad, so my ball striking's been okay, but it hasn't been absolutely top draw. Like, I think it's one of my strongest parts of my game, and also in terms of where the ball finishes, it hasn't really been going to plan as much as I would have liked, and I think there is a reason for this. So I've got a couple of clips here from the Asprey. It's probably most noticeable on these clips here, and I actually take the club back well, to be honest, on the way back. But as I get to the top, you might notice that the club gets slightly across the line on the way up to the top. So the club is basically pointing right of the target. So what this means is, as I do get to the top, more than likely I'm going to drop it too far inside, and either, if I've got the club face square and I've managed to get my hands into a neutral position, it's either going to go straight right because my club path is inside, or if I'm going to carry on rotating my hands too much, it's going to cause an overdraw, and these are exactly the problems that I'm having at the moment. So I did a practice session the other day and recorded and talked through everything that I'm doing in order to rectify this problem, including cool little drills which also might help you out as well. Oh yeah, and before I forget, hit the like button if you're enjoying this video, and also hit subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. On with the next part.
So there are actually quite a few ways in which I can rectify this across the line position. It's not too bad with the irons, but with the driver I notice it more, and I'm seeing more and more shots either go straight right or drawing a little bit too much. So how am I going to rectify this? Well, for me, I think that instead of actually getting a decent weight shift transfer on the way back, because of course you need to get it into this right foot as you get to the top of your backswing, I believe that I'm just turning my hips too much, so I'm almost spinning out the way, and I'm not getting a good amount of transfer into that right heel in order for me to be able to transfer that again into my left side. So how am I going to do this? Well, this is where it gets really fun, because when you are actually working on your swing, you have to try different things in order to see what works for you. So how I'm going to work this is, what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the first drill, and I'm literally going to take the club back to about here and not have turned my body at all. Because I'm turning so much so early, I believe this is what is causing me to get to the top, and almost my body is finishing, or what thinks it feels like to be a full backswing, whereas my arms feel like it needs to carry on. So this is causing me to either reroute on the way down, and I'm not getting into a decent position where I need it to be. So how I'm going to work this is, I'm going to take my setup as usual, and then I'm going to take the club back to roughly there, and I haven't turned my body at all. Once I get to there, I can just do a normal swing and see if everything matches up. My body and my arms are getting to the top of the backswing at the same time, rather than body thinking that I'm there first and then my arms are still carrying on. So sequencing really with this drill. So let's give that a go. not bad. So next one, same sort of drill there, lower body stays still, and then I'm just going to turn to the top and then on the way through, make sure I get a really good turn towards the target. Nice. Let's see how that's looking on the camera.
So let's take a look at the first swing that I did. This was actually a really good swing. It was already preset in terms of the takeaway, so we were already a couple of feet behind the ball in the backswing. This is just to help with my halfway back position. And as you can see, when we take it up to the top, that the club and the shaft line is pretty much in line with the feet. And this is a better position already. You can see that my back of my hand is parallel to my forearm. This is an ideal position. However, I could feel that it wanted to cup and get into that almost natural position that I've been getting in for a while. Obviously I don't want this. You want it to feel uncomfortable so you can ingrain and get into a good position, which is going to help where your golf ball is going essentially. So this is a good thing. This is already going to help with my downswing and my delivery into the back of the golf ball. If I'm going to be critical as I take it back, I get a little bit steep on it, not too much though. This is probably the reason as to why it was slightly pulled, probably a couple of yards to the left. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with the outcome of where the ball went. So just keep working on that really with that drill. Let's move on to the next one.
Now for me, I know that my mobility in my rotator cuff isn't actually brilliant, and when I get to about there, it clicked. So this is pretty much a limitation of my golf swing, and could be a massive factor in the reason why I do get into this position here. So my right elbow gets a little bit too high, whereas it should be in here. So how I'm going to work this, another drill which I can use, is I'm going to place this club down the back of my arm and almost pull it this way, so you can see that my rotator cuff is having to really turn as much as possible, because when I do this, so if I was to take it up to the top here, you can see that it is externally rotated that way, rather than myself. I'm getting a little bit internal there because I'm so limited. So this is something that I'm going to have to work on in the gym, but if I was to do this drill, get a good feeling with this elbow, get to the top there, and then from there I can just really release into the ball, get that right elbow firing in front of me and getting that club delivered well. So let's see if we can get this club working in a good path as we get to the top. So that feeling of this elbow tucking in and externally rotating rather than being out here, that's the feeling that we want, because obviously we don't want to be over here, we want it pointing left. So let's give that a go. Oh, so although there was a hell of a lot of draw and I flipped my hands over with that one, it was a really good sort of feeler for something that I'm not used to. So because of that external rotation, as I get into this position here, just really not used to it, so I had to almost, my hands were just sort of working as they were normally. If I had just left that square and just rotated hard towards the target, that would have probably gone reasonably straight, because the path that it started on was straight. It just turned because I over rotate that club face. But that's another good drill that I'm going to use. So just getting it in here, turning into the ball, getting that right elbow in front, that's really good, and it's going to help my posture a hell of a lot. So let's try and keep that club face nice and neutral and really work on those things now with these last couple of balls for this range session. Oh, and saves the best till last.
So there we have it. Those are the things that I'm going to be working on over the next couple of days and weeks in order to get nice and sharp, ready for those tournaments. I really hope that you've enjoyed this different style of video. Just analysing my own swing is really beneficial, and it might be worth you doing something similar in order to work out exactly where you are going wrong. Don't forget, there is always a solution to a problem, and if you apply practice to it, the only outcome is going to be beneficial. So if you enjoyed that, hit the like button and leave a comment down below. I'd love to know what stuff you are working on and what you think of these type of videos. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm growing really nicely and it's all down to you guys. Keep up the support. Thank you very much. You know the drill. Make sure you check out my social media platforms. They are all in the description box down below. Thanks very much for watching and see you all on the next one.